week 13, and the fellows group chat has been ripped apart by trade deadline drama. Brett Ranke, little and then dip on the group chat. I'm excited to get into everything. I'm excited to get into my predictions. Enjoy this week. This is going to be the best week by far. Let's go. There's only 10 minutes that they allow me, and there's so much I want to talk about. So this is where we are right now. We got 3 teams eliminated, all from the Western Division, by the way. We got Briggs in, and we got Cal and Rob in. Ish and Rag play each other this week. Winners in. There's going to be a couple spots coming down. These 3, Maish, Brett, and Sutton, have to win out, and they all need a couple other things to happen. So they're not really eliminated, but they're basically eliminated. Otherwise, me, Pushan, Ish, Rag, and Clay all have a decent shot. So yeah, just to go in that a little more, these are the current playoff chances. Pushan's basically in because he has a tiebreaker over a bunch of people. Rag's basically in because he has a tiebreaker over a bunch of people. Ish is already at that 7-win mark. So these 3 are already at 7 wins. So even if they lose out, other stuff would have to happen. I have a better percent chance than Clay. I think that's just, I have way more points than him. I think that's it. I would have the tiebreaker over him and a couple other people. Brett has the best chance of getting in out of the 5 and 7 teams, and then Maish and Sutton. The 5 and 7 teams, I ran most of the numbers. It's hard, but it's not impossible. There's a small chance. Let's get into the first prediction. Welcome to Evan Clay Hate Week, baby. He has betrayed me just like Obi-Wan betrayed Anakin in the Empire. Justice for Anakin. So Evan's in the middle of finals right now. I don't want to pile on, but I'm going to anyway. Fuck this guy. I'm going to beat him this week, and I'm going to knock him out of the playoffs. Let's get into the matchup. So yeah, this is the most contentious matchup of the week, so I'm going to be spending a decent chunk of time on it. Me versus Clay, the 6 and 6 teams. He's in the playoffs right now. I'm not. This has potential to be a real ugly matchup. So let me talk you through what happened trade deadline. I traded Joe Mixon. I gambled and traded Joe Mixon for Josh Jacobs. Jacobs definitely a better player, but Mixon is not on bye this week, and Jacobs is. So I'm taking a risk that I can beat Clay without Mixon, and then I would have Josh Jacobs going into the playoffs. But that's a big risk. On the other side, Clay did the opposite decision. He decided to trade away Lamar and Saquon for Zach Moss, George Pickens, and Rashee Rice, but that got vetoed by the league. Well, actually, it didn't get vetoed. I pushed it through because it didn't have enough votes, and then Brett threw a hissy fit, so I opened it back up, and then it got vetoed. So, fair on Brett. It did actually get vetoed, but he voted for it not to be vetoed. So, Clay got a little bit screwed. I mean, it was a horrendous trade, like eye-bleedingly horrible. But, I mean, he got screwed. So now he also traded for Jordan Love, which was a smart move by him. He didn't want to have to start Kenny Pickett. Zeke sucks. Sanders is a bad option. I mean, he has the best player in the matchup, and that's it. He has Amon-Ra. Fantastic play. He's better than anyone on my roster for sure. But after that, I mean, I have Diggs on bye, I have Edwards on bye, and I have Jacobs on bye. And Swift, Schultz, Douglas all have not practiced this week, so I'm in real trouble here. Thankfully, I really love Tua against the Commies because we're so bad. I like Debo against that Philly defense. The secondary gives up a lot of passing yards. I mean, Josh Allen just showed that. And Mike Evans gets Carolina. So my 3 healthiest and best players have a chance of going off. And basically, they just need to beat Amon-Ra, Jordan Love, and Tyler Lockett. I have faith. I think I'm taking this home. This is going to be a dogfight. This is the matchup of the year so far. This is for everything. The loser of this is their playoff odds are going to drop to the teens probably. We're in trouble if we lose this. So it's all coming down to this. I need a win. I'm picking myself, even though I'm probably going to jinx the hell out of it. All right, I got through my own matchup quicker than I thought. I still have like 6-ish minutes here to talk. Enjoy some blabbering. The next matchup, Pushan Makosi. Makosi traded away Jordan Love for Deontay Johnson, which good trade. He has Purdy. He has some other quarterback on his bench too. Jordan Love was like his 3rd stringer. So good trade. Deontay's questionable, but he'll be fine. He also got Nico Collins from Briggs last week. So totally reformed wide receiver room here for Briggs. Pushan is missing Devontae Adams, Myers, and KW3, which is big. Kieran Williams is going up against a Cleveland defense who is really good, so that's scary. Curtis Samuel against Miami could be okay, but that's not who you want your wide receiver 2 to be. Ugh. God, who did I pick here? Oh. This isn't a must-win for either of these teams, but it kind of feels like it. I'm changing my pick. I think I had Pouchon. I'm taking Makosi here. Get it done, Makosi. Now, this is a pretty big matchup. Hayden's in dead last right now, so he's our current loser, and Brett is in a win, and you're still kind of alive. Lose, and you may be vying for. If Brett loses this game, he's got a real chance of coming in last in this league because there'll be one game out of last place going to the last game. He has Joe Mixon, who I just traded him. He got rid of Jacobs because, I mean, if he loses here, his season's over. Go all in for it. Why not? Yeah. So I think I'm gonna take Hayden here, though. I think this might be Hayden's best roster he's ever fielded this season. Sam Howell shootout against Miami, and by shootout I mean like 80 to 25 kind of shootout. Like, we're gonna get blown out, but we're gonna score some points. Gibbs is going to play good. Breece Hall, if he plays against Atlanta, fantastic. But Breece Hall and Etienne are both questionable, so that's good. Yeah, I'm taking Hayden here. Olave, Jerome Ford, I like Hayden here. Sorry, Brett. I know you need this win, but I need a prediction right. I'm going Hayden. All right, so this is one of the more boring matchups of the week. I mean, Sutton still has an 8% chance or 5% chance of making the playoffs, and Scott's way down at the bottom. It's close, but Scott's a little down bad. Cooper Kupp's value has tanked. I mean, these predictions aren't correct because Scott hasn't started a kicker or defense, but still. Cooper Kupp's kind of tanked in value. Same with Mostert, but going against the Washington defense is big. He also has A-Chain on his bench. I would put anyone playing the Commies into your lineup. I love the Dolphins matchups, but I'm taking Scott here. I just got a good feeling about Scott. He's gonna get it done this week. Don't do me dirty here, big fella. All right, get another fairly boring matchup out of the way. Rob's already solidified in the playoffs. Maish is one of those teams with like an 8% chance of getting in. Maish is getting fucked by bias this week, like a lot of us. Like, he doesn't have James Cook, who he needs. Very wisely, I think he turned down a very bad trade offer from me for Kelsey. Like, it would have maybe given him a little tiny bit more hope this week, but he would have just been screwed. So he's kind of like me, just looking forward. If you can get in the playoffs, you have to have a chance. Monty and Cooper both questionable, or Monty's not anymore, but Cooper still is for Rob. I'm assuming they play. I'm assuming CeeDee Lamb eats tonight. Maish, I'm rooting for you big time, but you're not beating Rob here. I'm taking Rob. Maish is going to be eliminated from the playoffs and in a little bit of danger of coming in last. All right, so another good matchup. I think both these teams are pretty close to being locks for the playoffs. They both already have that magical 7th win, but the winner of this is officially in. That 8th win is what gets you in. Each tried to trade Terry McLaurin and A.J. Dillon for Lamar and Saquon maybe, or Saquon and Lockett. I don't know. It was absurd, and I have never hit the league manager veto button faster than that ever before. So whatever. I'm going to take Rag here. Rag has the positional advantage everywhere. At everything. Ish would have tight end, but Hawkinson's on bye. I mean, there's no position here where Ish looks better than Rag. I'm going Rag here. It might be closer than I think, but I'm going Rag. All right, the matchup I'm second most excited for this week is Briggs versus Cal. Cal's the 1 seed right now, but Briggs is the real 1 seed. We all know Briggs is the real best team. But no Jefferson this week. No Josh Allen, and no Jonathan Taylor. And Zach Moss is on Cal's team. So that's that JT going down is like a 10 to 12 point shift just by Cal getting a legit RB2 now. And starting Derek Carr is, you might as well just not have a quarterback. He's going to get you 3 points and or maybe shatter his collarbone, so whatever. I'm not picking against Fantasy Jesus here. I'm picking Cal. Cal's so angry that his trade got vetoed. He changed his team name to, good for you, Latin, I guess. You know, Latin. Oh, boy. I'm still picking you, though. You have Christian McCaffrey. I'm assuming Hill and Brown will play. I'm assuming the same with Keenan Allen. So I think everyone will have full rosters, but I'm picking McCaffrey. You don't pick against Fantasy Jesus. Good luck, Cal. So, yeah, somehow I did it all. Here are my predictions. Read them at your own time because I'm out of it.